Okay, so who would like to remind us all and bring Joe up to speed on the shenanigans of last week?
I'll do
I
it.
love that word.
All right, yes, our Canadian, our currently only Canadian lady.
All right. So, I think you were here when we were about to be confronted by the Zentarum, or Zentarum, however it's pronounced. Um, so basically, what happened is you and Clarissa remained below decks while we got our butts handed to us. So we were boarded. We were doing okay at defeating all the pirates and sailors and whatnot. But then the captain decided he wanted to cast reverse gravity, send us all 100 feet up in the air.
That's always a fun one.
Right.
None of
so
us
that
passed
wasn't
our
exactly
saving throws.
pleasant. Yeah, none of us. And then so we fought it out in the air for a little bit, but then if that was including the shark guy got put up into the air as well. He wasn't with them, he was just passing by. But then he decided to use polymorph, or if he's that high level, perhaps true polymorph, and he turned into a dragon.
Oh, nice.
A gigantic dragon. And which released the reverse gravity spell on all of us, and we plummeted down either into the water or onto the deck, and most of all of us got knocked unconscious. Started rolling death saving throws, and then the dragon started flying towards us, and we're like, okay, nice campaign, guys.
I was going to say, and the new characters are?
Yeah, and then out of absolutely nowhere, a massive dragon turtle came up out of the water. His name's Greenback. And he scared off the dragon slash captain and actually saved us because of his so-called insurance policy. And then he's like, okay, in exchange for saving you, now you have to pay me, I think it was 5,000 gold or whatever. And we're like, we don't have that. So we struck a deal with him and said, okay, 2,000 gold, plus we'll lead you back to the water portal, to the water plane, because he wanted to find it to go back to his home plane. And we'll lead you back there, and we'll give you a polymorph potion so you can fit through and go back home. And he said, okay. So then he towed our two ships back, because we got the other one, which the other one contained lots of like maps and stuff, information, as well as some sapphires and gold. And he dragged us back to shore, and then immediately there was a bigger water portal on the other side of the island we just came from, which he could fit through. So he took the polymorph potion, didn't use it, but went right through the portal without asking us for our money. And then we rested on the beach, and we met a centaur named Akira, I think, Kyra, something like that, who we decided to bring along with us because he wants to go to the mainland. And I buried Zagig under a shallow thing of dirt, which he's gonna get washed away and like eaten by stuff, but it's fine because Zagig died. So
Okay,
Yeah.
that was a lot of information.
Yeah.
Sagig was nearly killed by his own teammate.
We don't talk about that. In the end, I didn't kill him. Someone else.
And just as on top of that, we gave the centaur the wrong names, and he's under the impression that I'm a doctor.
Okay.
And he's riding a horse.
And he's riding a horse.
A centaur riding a horse.
Okay.
Yeah. Now
So
we're off to Greenland.
have we had a rest at all?
Yes, we took a long rest on the beach, and we have to set out again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like you had fun.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Always.
Oh, and I think we should note we have this bigger boat, but there's not nearly enough of us, and we don't have nearly enough combined knowledge to actually sail the ship. So we're going to leave it here, and then Aegeus might find a crew out on the port to hire, maybe bring back with us.
Right, okay. So is he coming with us?
Aegeus? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we got to sell off all the dragon parts still.
Yeah, okay.
So there's your recap.
Well, thank you for that.
Well done. Very good. Yes, so as just a quick recap, you guys managed to fight off the the Zentrum and their sailors, Warson the pirate, who Joe's character Cora has encountered in Neverwinter before, turned out to be extremely powerful, even more so potentially than Aegeus Scorch. And you managed to barely survive his reverse gravity spell. Oh, actually, no, you didn't encounter him there. You encountered him
Was
in...
he in oh, what's the one up north? Luskan.
Luskan, yeah. Well, so...
Didn't he use the anti-gravity spell on us up there?
well, see, that's the funny thing. You encountered Warson in Neverwinter, but you didn't know it was Warson.
Oh, okay.
So I slipped up there. It is Warson. He's part of the Zentrum, but you did not. You on the ship. Do you remember the cargo ship in the bay that was taking away all your
Yes.
goodies?
Yes. That's
He
where
wasn't.
we found the fake orc stuff, wasn't it?
Yes, all of the fake orc weaponry. Well done, Joe, for remembering. That was a long time ago, actually. I think that was last summer. You found all of it, and you managed to beat off the orcs on the shore. The ship got away.
Yeah.
Because Warson wasn't in. His job wasn't to fight you guys. His job was to not be detected. You did get hit with reverse gravity in Luskan, but that wasn't Warson.
No, that was somebody else who was very powerful.
Navalharn, yes, he's the. You didn't necessarily know this, but he is he's a wizard of the Tower of Luskan.
Ah, okay.
And why did he attack you guys?
I'm trying to think. It was when we first got there. There were some slaves. We were trying to free one.
Oh no, that wasn't the reason.
No, I'm trying to think I'm trying to go through the storyline leading up to it to try and remember why he was doing it.
Can you guys see this image that I've posted? Oh, maybe not, because I'm in the wrong map.
Remember that was with the giant with the bustle. So our flail snail was the bustle.
Jim the Giant.
That's it, Jim.
Can you see this image?
I can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
I remember him. I can't remember why he attacked us.
Well, he attacked you because your bustle was hiding a flail snail shell.
Oh, that's right. And he wanted it.
Well, it's worth like $5,000, 5,000 GP on its own, and somebody decided to, despite numerous warnings that Luskan is full of pirates and cutthroats and people who will cut off your hand to steal a ring, somebody decided to announce at the CD docks that you had a really expensive potential magical component that you wanted to sell to people.
So he just came and took it.
Well, I mean, you made yourself a massive target.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like walking around with lots of expensive bling on, in a really bad neighborhood, and and then you were surprised that you were attacked. So anyway, he was there, and he was the one who took it, but he was also someplace else. That fellow, he was also in Neverwinter.
I think that's why I'm getting confused.
Yeah, you encountered both of these guys around Neverwinter. Warson was actually part of the Zentrum, but this guy, you don't know what his relationship is. He attacked you guys in the harbor of Neverwinter itself. Or actually, he was doing something else. He was raising the dead, wasn't he?
Oh, that was him. Was that just before I got my shield?
So all the orcs you guys managed to kill, holding off stopping the orcs from flanking the city and cutting it off. They floated downstream, and he was raising all of them as zombies to come out of the ocean, and they were attacking through the harbor.
Yeah, that was when we went and sorted it out. We'd gone into the temple, and somebody had come in talking about the docks, and we went down to sort it out. Is that the
That's
same?
right.
Yeah. And I
And
got
you
my shield,
were,
my
and
chapter.
as a thank you for a defense of the city from the undead hordes, as well as the orcs, you were all individually praised, but you specifically was you were elevated to. That was when you made level
Level
5.
5, yeah, it was.
Yeah, you were taken
God, that was a long time ago now.
into the confidences. Yes, well done. Anyway, so that's a little bit of exposition. Sorry about. So yes. So the question is, why is this guy from Neverwinter all the way down here? Or he's gone now. So he survived. He flew off because he got batted away by a dragon turtle, and he decided retreat was the better part of valor. But he flew off in his dragon form, managing to maintain concentration. You guys now have
What kind of... Sorry.
you guys have a prize. You've taken a prize, which is this lovely vessel. Comfortably seats, comfortably berths about 40, plus a crew complement of 12. And as was mentioned earlier, there were a number of maps, books. Anybody remember what the actual maps, books, scrolls, and other sundry written items were?
Yes.
Yeah, I wrote them down in the journal. Hold on.
Same.
Excellent. Go ahead.
Here we go. So we have the orders of battle from the Zhentarim, plus various charts and maps.
Right. And
as well as 2 very good quality sapphires and 340 gold pieces. That's what I wrote down.
right.
On top of that,
And a spell book.
Yes.
we had charts that were sailing maps, like distance tides of the Sword Coast. Valuable books like the Order of Battle, the resources, soldiers, battalions, orders, things like that. A spell book with lower level spells. Letters that were dated a few weeks ago, and so we could have guessed that we've been there for a couple of weeks, and we gathered that this was all stuff that someone important would buy.
And so, very good. Yes, absolutely. Or at least would want to acquire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, paying money is one option, right?
Right.
Anybody want to guess what some of the other options include?
Stealing.
Hmm?
Stealing.
Yeah, stealing's definitely one. Yeah. Why pay for the milk? Why pay for the cow, right? The other option might be assassination, just so you know.
Yeah.
They are the Zhentarim, right? Just
Yeah.
from what Cora remembers, these guys are bad dudes.
Yeah.
They're very efficient, and it's not like you can't do business with them. They're famous for, keeping the word of their contract, but they will also press their advantage in a contract negotiation.
Yeah. And they're not fussy about what that contract is.
No. And in fact, one of the things that Cora might remember from her very, very first encounter with the other group is that these guys were apparently somehow involved in the mine over by Phandalin.
Mine over by Phandalin. I joined in the Yanti Temple.
Yes, but there was some discussion way back when about long before you joined, they had cleared out a mine, but the Zhentarim were involved in it, and there were constant callbacks to it because it wasn't clear whether or not the party needed to go back and sort that out.
Right.
So they're expansionist, but in a commercially legal, usually way, if morally dubious.
Yes, very morally ambiguous.
Yeah. Profit. They go for, they've got a philosophy, and it's mostly to maximize profit and power.
Yeah.
But within the law, sort of. What the law what it means is subject to interpretation. Okay, cool. Sorry. So, and the other thing to keep in mind is that a number of these things that you acquired from the ship's captain's secret hiding place included documents that were written in a code. So it's not a separate language. So it's not like comprehend languages would work. You'd still need to be privy to the actual code or be able to break it somehow, which you might be able to do through magic or non-magical ways, but you'd certainly need time to do it, assuming you want to. Okay. Yeah, so Chiron, the centaur with a ride.
Oh, how do you spell that?
Like the famous Chiron, Chiron. No relation. Exactly. And in fact, if the mythologized version of Chiron is to be believed, assuming there was such a person, even if he wasn't a centaur, this Chiron is anything but what you might expect of a very serious and well-respected, loaded with gravitas type of philosopher, teacher, and doctor, right? He's almost like a yippy puppy trying to get off the island, waiting to go see the bigger world. And he doesn't understand why you keep staring at him, because he thinks, and he's half under the impression that most of you haven't ever seen a horse before, which is probably why you keep staring at him. Yeah, so Aegeus is very happy. He's although it's taking longer and he's worried about the spoilage, he's got a ship now that he thinks he's going to be able to use. At some point, which would certainly make things a little bit easier, assuming he has a crew for it. You guys have figured out that dragon turtles get lonely too, because the dragon turtle didn't just want to go home. He wanted to go back and hopefully find his childhood sweetheart.
Because she always knew it had to scratch that one spot just right.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. And that, just as a side note, that's from a personal experience. I rescued a sea turtle who was stuck in some coral once, and while I was diving, and I've even got it on video. And I was scratching his back, and he kept hanging out with me. I'm not sure about the sex. It could have been a female. As for all I know, it was like a crush. So yeah, you guys are back at the island. You're about ready to set sail. Everybody's taking a long rest. Clarissa is bored out of her mind. Hud is doing, and you guys are ready to set sail. Anything else anybody wants to do?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to check what my 3 vials of reddish liquid is.
Right. Excellent. Yeah. How would you like to do that?
Let's.
Anybody have identify?
Nope.
I'll let you have it for an Arcana check or herbalism.
I am proficient with the herbalism kit.
Okay. Yeah. So what do you think? Nature?
Sure.
Well, I mean, you tell me. Performance? Persuasion? Tell me your secret. Intimidation? I'll shake you. I'll do
Stealth.
Probably
stealth.
Yeah, stealth. Probably nature or medicine. I really want to check if there are healing potions. So if they're not, then I can. It's no hurry, but if it's healing potion, it would be nice to know.
Well, since you've certainly had healing potions in the past, you can definitely have that roll. So go ahead and roll.
Nature or medicine?
Sure.
I'll take medicine.
Yes.
Oh, that's bad.
Funny.
Yeah. You're pretty sure they're healing potions.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. But there is a little bit of There's a little detritus at the bottom.
Okay.
It could just be the cork stopper is a little bit degraded and it kind of fell to the bottom after however long it's been.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's something else in there. Who knows?
Okay. But I think it's healing potions.
You're pretty sure that most of it is healing potion.
Okay, yeah.
You're just not sure about the last little bit of the dregs, the backwash.
Just don't. It's like the tea leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tea leaves. Maybe it was the backwash. It was like a soda handed around amongst a bunch of 10-year-olds.
Ugh.
Good.
Maddie knows what I'm talking about.
You can't see my face, but I'm grimacing right now.
No, I can't share it. I spit in it.
Oh,
I
What,
lick
you
it,
guys
it's
never
fine.
did that?
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Sharing
You
is
lick it, it's
caring.
yours, right? I'm not sharing it. I licked it. You don't want this. Which would never stop me. I did it on purpose just so they could never use that again. Secretly, I was revolted, but I had to prove a point.
Oh, definitely.
Right. Okay. So you guys ready to sail?
I'd like to cast Aid.
Oh, yeah. Because you know what your DM's like.
Yeah, and I'd also like to cast it at level 3,
Ooh.
2. Which means that my companions will each get 10 extra hit points
Oh my.
rather than
Woohoo.
5.
Thank you.
That is smart. And I was going to say that is really useful because you can, because you get you get that benefit, and it's worth so much more than if you had just used a one third level spell to bring one person back with healing word.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good trade-off. Cool. Well done, Joe. So it's everybody but you, but Cora, presumably. Okay.
Yeah.
Emma in her level 3.
I think I've got enough compared to everybody else.
Yeah. Cud just looks at you. And Clarissa thinks, you all look so plump and juicy.
Does she think that or does she say
Back
it?
off, lady.
She thinks it and says it.
I like a girl that can speak her mind.
No filter.
She's literally just like standing next to you, just like all sniffing all of you.
You can have a drink before we have a long rest.
But I'm thirsty now.
Aegeus, your turn.
He just goes, did you know that the sky is so blue specifically because, and he just keeps going on this rambling meteorological explanation that nobody asked for and isn't relevant to any conversation.
You have to stare at him.
I don't think he heard you. I think you should say it again.
Yeah. Try again.
I poke Aegeus. Aegeus, we got a hungry vampire. It's your turn.
Hey, she came with you. She's not my vampire.
He brings up a valid point. We did bring her along.
Yeah, you guys cut the deal with her. I have no idea. All I know is you killed all my people, and you ate one of them. Now, technically, Meridian didn't, but he's convinced that Meridian is actually eating part of Zagig because he can't tell the difference between a piece of dragonborn flesh and a piece of dragon flesh. And since Meridian's been eating a lot of dragon flesh, he just assumes that Meridian's basically a cannibal and, eats anything dragon related.
She stares at him with a silent, judgmental stare.
And he looks back at her and says, who are you to judge?
Whatever makes you sleep better at night.
I'm not sleeping on this trip. Between you and that crazy lady over there, no way.
A little light bulb flashes, and I look to Clarissa and hoping to deter her from drinking my blood. I go, I wonder how vampire flesh would taste.
Oh. fighting talk.
No,
This is
not
turning
in an
weird.
intimidation way, but like in a just not right way.
Trying to throw her off the rhythm.
I don't
Yeah.
even know what to roll there. I mean, is she disgusted? Is she is Aegeus I mean, Cud might just be like tea. I don't know. All right, so you guys carry on like this for the next 36 hours, basically having this debate about who tastes better, and everybody offering little pieces of themselves to everybody else as part of a smorgasbord.
During this trip, can I ritually cast Find Familiar?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
What are you
go
gonna-
for water breathing again.
Oh, well done. Yes, water breathing. Yes.
And I'm going to have him come back as a cat.
At?
A cat.
Okay. All right.
Because we'll be in like a city, so like
Yeah.
figured a cat makes sense.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, sure. I thought you might have him come back as an aquatic creature first, but yeah, sure. Cat makes sense. You could have him come back as an octopus, and then he sits on your head, like one of those Futurama
Yes.
brain suckers.
Oh my gosh, I love Futurama. And octopus, they're so freaking cool.
They are smart.
Yes.
No.
And they can fit in like super small holes that they should not be able to fit in.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do they have bones?
No, not really.
I don't
I think
think
they've
so.
got. I think they have. I know squid and cuttlefish have a little cartilage. Cuttlefish do have a little bone, but I think octopus are almost. They might have a little cartilage.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely can squeeze. They're famous for their ability, their plasticity. All right.
But it can only survive in the water.
They can survive. They can crawl out of the water and survive for a period of time. Sure. Yeah. They're famous for climbing out of aquarium tanks and into other aquarium tanks to go eat the fish there, and then going back home. And then the next morning, you're like, "Where'd all the fish go?" And the octopus seems to not be interested in his fish food.
Actually, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna have him come back as an octopus and follow us behind under in the water.
Okay, so the ship will go quite fast relative to what an octopus can swim at.
How fast can an octopus swim?
Oh, I don't know for sure, but I've seen them dart pretty quickly. But I think that's pretty exhausting because I got inked by an octopus and he took off really fast, but he hid pretty close by. So I don't think he can. I think it's like sprinting for them.
Yeah. Okay.
You could definitely have him like cling onto the ship if you want, or you can just have him.
Yeah.
You can just have him above water in a pail, and then every once in a while you just dip him in the water.
I have him cling onto the ship because I want to make sure that like he can like see and underneath the water, see if anything's following us or anything comes at us.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And he starts singing Under the Sea.
Under the sea. Boo, 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 boo.
Exactly. In a horrible French accent.
That was a crab. Bash
I
was
know
a crab.
I know it was a crab. I know it was a crab. But you know what? It's not like crabs are the only ones we're allowed to sing. We don't judge.
On the drums.
Yeah. Great at drumming. All right, you guys are sailing and sailing and sailing. This one is pretty. This time everything seems to go pretty smoothly. There are no major interruptions. As you approach the city of Cholt, you do see a couple of interesting things. First of all, it's a large. It's obvious that this is some sort of an isthmus. I can never pronounce it. Isthmus. It juts out into the ocean very clearly. What you are struck by is the fact that the jungle is barely being held back by these incredibly high sandstone walls. It's just pure chaos outside the walls. Although right around the walls, the base of the walls themselves, there are some structures and habitation. But just beyond that, it's pretty much, you're really in chaos. It's much like the island itself, but you imagine that since the island was literally surrounded on all sides by water and wind, it wasn't, the oppressive humidity wasn't that bad. You suspect that if you were walking around in the jungles of Cholt itself, you'd probably suffer from exhaustion if you were wearing armor. For those of you who do, which I think is now just one person. As you approach, there seems to be, Aegeus seems a bit more alert than usual. I don't understand. Where are the pilots? When I was here sailing out last time, and he looks at Meridian. Oh, you wouldn't remember. They had pilots guiding all the boats coming in and out. You couldn't get into the harbor on your own.
Everyone needs a vacation, I suppose.
And he looks at you like... like he's not 100% sure if you're kidding. And also, he can't be 100% sure that you're not wrong.
Meridian thinks the exact same way about what you said.
Is that something we should be worried about, that there's no pilots?
Well, I mean, it's unusual. I mean, it's a big, busy harbor. It's pretty well organized. It used to be a colony of Alm. And, they're famous for their merchant and commercial activities. Why wouldn't they have pilots?
Maybe we should send the squid a little bit closer to see if he can see anything.
I think we need to approach with caution.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I could take Rimfaxi, but it's kind of...
I think Rimfaxi might attract a little bit more attention.
I think so,
Yeah.
too. Flying flaming horse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to send Salazar up to the port and look through his eyes and hear through him to see if I catch anything unusual.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're still way out. You can see the landmass, but you're probably about a half a mile away still.
Okay.
It's far. From what you can see, you don't see any obvious. There's not really any obvious shipping activity, although you can see some boats in the port. There are some smaller vessels in the harbor, in the middle of the harbor, but they don't seem to be doing a whole lot. And you can sort of make out that there might be some people moving around. Now, what's your range on telepathy with Salazar?
100 feet.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'd have to send him and then bring him back in order to get anything.
Yeah.
And he can't understand common, right?
I mean, I don't think so.
Because he's a small beast, and so I don't think he can understand common. So he wouldn't be able to understand anything.
I think some of the animals actually have the ability to mimic, like a raven, but technically he's just basically an animal.
Yeah.
So he can report on what he sees, what he smells, what he hears, but you're right, he wouldn't necessarily understand things. It has the statistics of the chosen form.
Yeah. No, I've got the stats pulled up.
Yeah. So he's still also limited by the intelligence of the animal itself.
Mm-hmm.
Right. A dog can telepathy.
He's got
No semantic
intelligence of 3.
Sorry, what was that, Maddie?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the stats. He's got an intelligence of 3, which I think
Right.
is down because octopi are very intelligent.
Yeah, but I mean, so animals are typically sort of 2 to 4, I guess. I think 3 is on the higher side. I would say a dog, like a smart dog, is probably 4.
Mm-hmm.
They won't understand grammar, but if you teach them enough words, they'll understand some basic commands and things. Yeah. So, what do you want to do?
So I'm going to relate to the party that I can send him out there, but he won't be able to understand anything. Like, he'll pick up things, but I just need to give him something specific to look for.
I mean, if you can even tip off that there's something wrong going on, that's pretty valuable in itself.
Yeah. I don't know if he would be able to, because, I mean, without being able to communicate with me, because he'd be too far away for me to communicate telepathically with him, I'm not sure that he'd be able to sense that something's wrong. Like, he does have his natural instincts, but I don't know if that would convey the same way.
No semantic memories.
Correct. So if you guys have
the shot, at least
an idea, like I can definitely send him. Like, we can send him to look for like a ruckus or like guards or something like that, and he might be able to understand.
Is there any smoke going up in the air?
I could wild shape into a fish or something and swim closer to see.
That might be a better idea because you have like the consciousness.
Or a squid.
Or a squid. You guys could go together.
Yeah, hand in hand.
It's like Nemo's dad and Dory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I do that? To see?
Yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Okay. I want to be maybe a squid because if we get into the harbor or the pier, I would like to also be able to maybe go, if it's a beach or something, to get ashore to see a little bit more, just in case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could probably climb out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna turn into a squid.
And you could both hold tentacles.
Yes, and we're gonna swim towards the shore to see. It will take a while because I don't think the swim speed of a squid is really high.
It's not bad, I think. I think in water, I think they can cover, they can move at a good speed. It's just a question of how much endurance they have, because they're very small. So can they swim at top speed forever? Yeah, it'll take a while for sure. As you approach, you will see that at least from where you are in the ocean, you can roll perception, and also Maddie, you can roll perception for Salazar.
Okay.
Whether or not you see anything.
Am I rolling with my modifier or just a d20?
You're just rolling for Salazar, so whatever Salazar's stats are as a squid, if you don't have it, I can give it to you.
Let me see.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be it's probably going to be just a straight d20 because I think most animals have a 10 wisdom.
Do I roll with my wisdom? Because
yes, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm proficient in perception. Do I keep that as well, or just a wisdom roll?
Yep. No, you get everything.
Okay.
I think the way it works is strength, dexterity, constitution as your animal form, and then if there's a skill benefit, you get the benefit of the animal's proficiency, but you otherwise keep your own.
Yeah, I can also link
the mental stats.
I can do like
that
as well.
Mental.
Long.
Oh boy. Okay, so we got a 14 and a 17. Yeah, so Dallin, I mean, Salazar doesn't react, obviously. Salazar sees things that are swimming around in the ocean. Not totally a surprise, right? It's a harbor. There's going to be some fish. There's always something living in a harbor. If not living off the waste of the humans living, who have the port there, then it's just natural. Dallin will realize that there are some humanoids swimming around under the water.
Okay. Do I see what kind of humanoids?
Well, it's dark. It's murky, so you'd have to get pretty close.
Let's see. I have dark vision. 30 feet. That's an octopus.
Yeah, it's also obscured because it's murky.
Okay. I'm gonna try and keep close to the bottom, like octopus do, and kind of just wiggle my way a little bit closer.
That's a great mental image.
If we were at a table, I would have you do the octopus dance.
Well, I am. Wait, no, I
Like
actually
the
am.
arms waving.
Yeah.
Okay,
wanna
you've
see
got to
the arms
video that and
waving.
put it on.
Legs waving,
I actually was making the movement.
What is the octopus dance? Am I missing something?
Yes, you definitely are. Oh,
Okay.
you're so young, Emma. So young.
Isn't that from SpongeBob?
You have so much to experience if you haven't experienced the octopus dance.
Like Squidward's dance?
No,
That's
not
what I was
no, no,
imagining.
No, it's not. No, not quite.
Okay.
Okay, so how close do you want to get? I mean, you can certainly get close. It's a question of what happens if you get close. Maybe nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, an octopus being there is not unusual.
No, I would like to get so that I can see them.
Mm-hmm.
Clear.
Okay, so let's have Joe. Why don't you roll a perception check for the other side?
I would like to stealth because underwater,
Yeah.
octopus
Sure.
has advantage on stealth.
Mhm. Yep. Yep.
Let's see, but it's dexterity of the octopus because stealth. Let's see that. So
Yeah.
2
Mhm.
d20s and +2 is the dexterity.
Okay.
So it's a 20.
Yeah. So not surprisingly, you managed to sort of blend into the background like an octopus would, and even if you are spotted, you don't seem out of place. As you get closer and closer, these humanoids are clearly swimming very, very comfortably in the ocean without rising to the surface. So that's the first thing you notice. They're not humans, which normally have to breathe regularly. The closer you get, so when you're sort of within about 30 feet or so, you realize these things look a bit reptilian. I'm not sure you guys have encountered them before, so I'm not sure that Dallin would necessarily know what they are.
Okay.
But they do look a bit like humans with, sort of reptilian features, especially the face and the jaw, mouths and, protruding faces, jaws that stick out.
So it's kind of.
They've got tails.
They got tails, so it's kind of close to a dragonborn, but not quite.
Yeah, if you're close, if your only experience with humanoids that have scales is dragonborn, then yeah, they look a little bit like a dragonborn.
But I can see that it's not a dragonborn, right?
I mean, you haven't seen every dragonborn in the
No,
world. You've only seen a few. Most of them have been dead. So, and it's definitely not eating any dragons. So, you can eliminate that possibility. I can imagine like a scene where somebody who's only ever met Meridian is going to end up going up to other dragonborn and saying, "So, do you eat dragons too?" like that's like, yeah, I've got a friend who's a dragonborn. She's always eating dragons. It's like, so therefore, all dragonborn must eat dragons.
So they are close to the shore, swimming close.
They are swimming towards the harbor.
Okay.
and they are carrying spears.
Okay. With weapons.
One of them has a net, like a weighted net that it's dragging in a clawed hand.
Does it
There's
seem
at
like,
least 6 of them.
okay? Does it seem like they are patrolling, or are they swimming towards the dock? Or
Well, they seem to be heading broadly, and they're swimming kind of by whipping their tails and their lower bodies left and right, like fish do,
Yeah.
right? Not up and down like whales and dolphins. But they're generally, so they are sort of sliding left and right a bit, but they're heading in the direction of the port.
okay, so it doesn't seem
the
like
harbor.
they are patrolling back and forth in front of the harbor.
Well, if they're going back and forth to the harbor and coming back out, you haven't seen them on that leg of it yet.
Okay.
So far, they're only going in one direction.
Can I try to maneuver, kind of taking a wide turn around them to see if I can get closer to the shore, to see if I can see anything on the shore?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, how close do you want to get to port? Because they're swimming faster than you're probably moving, but
Yeah.
it's a question of how close you want to get.
I want to get kind of maybe, let's see, feet. I needed to think in feet. Kind of maybe 50 to 100 feet from them, but to surf and to see in on the dock. I can see anything.
Okay. So you're going to the docks itself? You're going straight up to the docks?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you get closer to the docks, and you lift I guess you sort of poke your eyes out. I guess that's how that would work.
Yeah.
The anatomy of an octopus now. I imagine you stick your one tentacle up like a periscope, and then you realize that's not doing anything. So then you stick your 2 eyes up. Watching too many German U-boat movies.
Yeah.
And as you pop your eyes up, you notice that these lizard things are crawling up out of the ocean into the harbor. In a couple of cases, they're actually crawling up onto boats. And there seems to be a raging fight going on between humans of various colors and sizes, including some who don't look like soldiers and some who do look like soldiers. And these creatures that you've been tracking.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? We're running a little bit over on a break. So shall we take a little break?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay. Thanks. Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so Henrietta, you're back. So yeah,
Hi.
we've got everybody. Wunderbar. Perfect. So yes, so as you are, sorry, I was going to say, as Dallin is scouting ahead, is anybody on the boat doing anything else?
And we see her that far away.
No, of course not. I mean,
No.
she's a tiny octopus, isn't she? And she's barely above the water.
How
You
far
can
are
barely
we from the
you can
actual
barely see
harbour?
the humanoids themselves.
Right. Okay.
So we're pretty far away.
They're pretty much at the edge of your daylight vision.
Gotcha.
Can we see any like smoke rising up in the distance?
This is a good question. Roll perception.
17, huh?
Yeah. So there is some smoke, but at this distance and with that perception, it's not sure. I mean, it's a port, right? It's a city. Is it smoke from an assault? Is it smoke from a barbecue?
Who knows? I'll point it out anyways.
Yeah. I mean, if you were Red Dragonborn and you dealt with fire all the time, maybe I'd give you advantage. But as
It's
seeing as how
not
you're
my
sort of
forte.
you're sort of the thermal opposite, I would have said.
Yeah.
It's like all fire is bad.
What's up?
Anybody else?
Are we still moving
I don't
on
think
the
so.
ship? Have we kind of
Well-
stopped the ship where it is for now, or are we slowly moving forward?
It's up to you.
I think we should be moving slowly towards the harbour, but sort of very, very cautiously, because we don't know what's going on and we suspect there's something going on.
Aegis says, well, best you'd start get rowing then. And he indicates you.
Sorry, I missed that last bit. He indicates what?
He sort of gestures towards one of the oars for you.
Nice try.
I'm steering, aren't I?
I mean, it's not that big, right? It should be easy enough to row.
Yeah. No, I mean it's not impossible if everybody were rowing, for sure.
Especially with Cud helping out.
Cud can handle a set of oars by himself, but he would be pressed by himself to do it all.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll grab an oar
So will I.
reluctantly.
You try to eat it.
Nah.
Start gnawing on it as you're rowing.
Gotta keep the teeth nice and sharp, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Nature's toothpick. Yeah. So as you're approaching the harbor, I mean, how close do you guys want to get?
Couple 100 feet out.
I mean, no matter how far out we are, like, people, if they are looking, they're bound to notice a ship coming in.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. I mean, you're not the biggest ship, but you do have a sail. And
Yeah.
even if Aegis has put the sail down, right, so that, or I guess in this case, tied it up at the top to restrict how much wind, it's not like a particularly accurate, a mechanism, right? The sail is either furled or unfurled in this case, and he can angle it so that he catches more or less of the wind, but it's not like he's ever going to be able to completely control it with great accuracy. That's why he's suggesting rowing.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll be able to see the mast. Certainly if you're a few hundred feet out, they'll be able to see it, as well as the profile of the longboat. The rest of you are, of course, not really looking towards shore because you're rowing, so you've got your backs to it. Except for Faxi, who's probably standing on the prow proudly, letting the wind whip through his fiery mane, looking all majestic and hot.
Am I within telepathic distance of Salazar?
Well, if you want to get to so Salazar presumably is with Dallin. Dallin and Salazar are at the pier, which is basically, maybe 20 feet out from the actual coast. So you'd have to be within 100 feet of Salazar.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get that close?
Oh, why not?
Yeah, I got the same notion.
As soon as I would see the fighting, I would turn around and swim towards the boat again. And when I get like 50 feet from the boat, I will use my telepathic link to one of the one that I could see on the boat and tell them everything I saw.
Okay. Yeah. So you relay that you see fighting, basically.
With some kind of lizard type creatures against the humans.
Who are you mind linking with?
If I can see Cora, probably Cora, because I wouldn't want to freak the others out.
In which case, I'll turn to everybody and let them know that you're mind linking with me, and tell them what you've just told me.
I don't know if anybody else feels like they should be insulted.
Why is she mind link with you and not us?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I mean,
Talk about favorites.
I mean, what's she basically saying? She's saying she thinks the rest of you aren't mature enough. Is that what you know?
It's only fair.
The old people need to stick together.
What? She's like one of the youngest.
I'm 20.
I'm 20 as well, but I'm pretty old for a dragonborn. I only live to about 80.
I'm 157.
Jeez.
Meanwhile, the DM just sitting back, eating popcorn, stirring up shit. Fight amongst yourselves. Nom 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 nom. Okay, so yes, so you've relayed this to Cora. Does Cora tell anybody, or does she?
Yeah.
Out of concern of freaking everybody out, say nothing.
No, I'm just going to say that Dallin is mind linked with me and relay what she told me to everybody, so that we're all aware.
Cool. Yeah, so you guys all know that there's some fighting going on apparently between these two different groups.
Get
And
back on the boat and turn into myself again.
Salazar will stick to the boat.
Just find that such an awesome ability.
You just see the tentacles out of my nose. Still. Perfect.
did you say you still have tentacles out of your nose?
No, that's the last thing that goes back to just the tentacle out of my nose, and it just shrinks back to my nose. With a pop.
Green stops rowing and says, well, I mean, it's not really our fight.
Yeah, but don't we need to go there?
What is Meridian's alignment again?
Neutral evil.
Nice, awesome. Role playing it like a champ. All right.
Yeah.
I want to go shopping. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need a
I wanna
town
go
to go
shopping.
shopping.
This is interfering with my shopping trip.
Yes.
My shopping excursion. Yeah, so you guys are.
I thought Roll20 was doing something weird then, but it's you.
Yeah, no, that was me. That's me. I'm actually able to get this thing to work properly. So, hopefully, you guys can actually see.
Yep.
I think the map is not very visible for some reason. So let me try to change that. Yeah. So. So you can see clearly that there is some fight going on. There's the sound of shouting. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's the sound of shouting. Aegeus says, "There's one of the pilot boats there." And he points to this smaller vessel that seems to be in the process of being boarded. There are two what appear to be humans, probably elderly ladies, and a bunch of these guys crawling up on it. The women are putting up a heroic struggle, but they are overpowered by their much more vigorous and threatening-looking boarding party. There are a number of these guys also on the pier. They seem to be threatening what appears to be a young woman or even a teenage girl. There are a bunch of them already actually walking along the outside of the docks, rushing towards them. You can even hear the sounds of metal banging on shields as you approach. So there's clearly some combat going on inside the town itself. This is not necessarily the actual town. This is just sort of the waterfront, the docks, that kind of area. This is all outside of the actual walls.
Okay. A lot of.
I mean, I say we just let them fight it out, but I suppose we do need to sell this stuff. Hate to have to turn around again.
Yeah.
Getting really tired of being boarded.
A lot.
Yeah, I
Getting
mean-
bored of being boarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spends. You're the boss, Aegeus. What are we doing?
What? I mean, it's obvious that these are lizard folk and they're trying to attack the town, I would have thought. But if you don't want to, I mean, we can turn it around. I can see if the main port is open, but if they're under assault, then I imagine everybody's going to be blocked up.
Meridian size.
Help! Help! Help!
I mean, if they're innocents being attacked, I feel like we should help them.
Yeah.
Yeah, at our own cost of our own safety.
I mean, we're more likely to fight them off than these people.
Yeah, we do need to sell this stuff.
We just fought dragons.
Fine. Let's go kill some lizard folk. Might make a nice snack.
Do you eat everything you kill?
Why not?
I don't know, actually. Maybe.
Oh, forgot about the whole memory thing.
Yeah.
You just do whatever comes instinctively.
Pretty much. I have no moral compass, only my own impulses.
Maybe you hope that somehow put like a baby putting everything in your mouth will help you jog like some sort of a memory or something.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So he starts angling you in closer. Well, where should we go? I mean, we could try to pull up on the dock there, but the pilot boat looks like it's in trouble. But I'm not sure how long that little girl's going to hold out.
I mean, they're old. They're going to die sooner than the young one anyways. Let's go for the young one.
God.
Wow.
Wow.
What? I'm just being objective.
Although, to be fair, I kind of agree with that.
And I just want to noted, I didn't say that.
way.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like Maddie's starting to rub off on Emma.
Hey, this little one will probably contribute more to the society.
Ooh,
I'm so
wow.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't
be sorry.
Emma doesn't think like this. Emma doesn't think like this.
Wow, That's all I am gonna say.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Holy smokes. All right. Okay, so I can't wait for this thing to be recorded, cast, and we get shut down in like a month, canceled. It's like, aside from the fact that there's a very unsavory male-female ratio here, there's also seems to be a lot of ageism and, the most non-PC game of D&D ever seen on YouTube.
No, that was Meridian talking, not Emma. I love people.
Yeah, I don't.
Hey, you do you,
I
babe.
love individuals. I just don't like people.
Yeah.
Heard that.
Fair enough.
Yep. Okay. So Clarissa says, "Oh, it's so sunny out here. I'm going below decks. Call me when it's over."
Okay.
Are no help.
Typical.
Well, in fairness, she's taking a lot of sun damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did we
Alrighty.
bring a vampire?
Yeah.
Don't know. Let's
What
see.
was the thought process behind that? I can't remember.
I think she let you live.
Yeah. And she wanted to get
Sounds
off
fair.
the island, so we were just being nice.
Well, it was kind of a deal you had.
I think we should let her loose on this town. I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Well, that's kind of what you agreed. You basically agreed to take her someplace where she could,
Does she not want to feed on these lizard folk?
Well, she's very happy to get involved in combat if you really need her to, but she does literally take damage from being in the sun.
Yeah, fair enough.
The fact that she's a redhead doesn't help. Hey, you know,
That's
a
the
lot
least
of
of it worries.
I choose. I not always, but very often I have more than one layer to my characters, right? So, you know, I've seen redheads who freckle in the space of 20 minutes of being in the sun.
Yeah. Redheads need like SPF 1000.
They do. They do. Anybody? Let's see. So we've got 3 initiatives for Maddie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We've got 1 for Emma. Anybody
Mine's
else? Okay.
Wow.
Wow, good initiative,
Oh.
Cora.
Oof.
Yeah.
How's
I
the
Okay.
was
weather?
the octopus.
It's kind of handy though because it means all of you have had your go, and if you're down and dead, I can just bring you back up as my go. Just, you know.
That's fair.
All right.
How's the weather? Is
Hmm?
it sunny? How's the weather? Is it
It
sunny,
is sunny.
or okay?
Yeah, it's very sunny. Yeah, there's no. I mean, you can still call lightning if that's what
Yeah,
you're
I
trying
know,
to do.
but I would like one more detail.
Okay. Let's see.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah, exactly. Henrietta, you want to roll for Aegeus? And did you roll for Hrimfaxi,
Oh no, I didn't.
Henrietta? Okay.
Yeah.
And Emma, do you want to roll for Chiron?
Sure thing.
And Maddie, you can roll for Cud.
Okay.
Just to keep things simple. No, I'm not going to have any dexterity changes in here, just to keep it easy.
Wait, if I do that, I do that.
That's fine. That's fine. It's
Okay.
good enough. Yeah. Just keep it simple.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Okay.
You can delete the 4 or keep. You decide.
It does. It's fine. It's not gonna. It's no problem. So, what was Aegeus's role? I didn't.
15.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So we got a lot of 15s here. I will make Dallin. Why don't you go first? I'm gonna make you 18 just to make it easier, and then
I was
Hrimfaxi.
9.
Oh, you were 9.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't know why you seem to have rolled. Okay. We'll make. Okay. Cool. So now we have an order. Hrimfaxi gets to go first.
Let's take it first. Okay.
Oh, by the way, so Zagig is not there, right? You left him behind, so
Yeah.
he goes in the ocean. I know you buried him on sand, but whatever.
Yep.
He still
just
feeds
wanted
the
to
same
do
thing.
the sound effect.
Yeah, I did. Joe, you know me so well.
What can I say?
All right. So, what does Hrimfaxi want to do?
He's gonna fly over to this boat, try and save the old ladies. He's gonna this one.
Okay. Right.
That's-
And does Meridian yell, "Don't waste your action. They're dying anyway."
No. You know what? Meridian was going to be merciful and actually fire at one of the ones on the boat. So, you know what?
It worked out.
I suppose you want to thank you for that, do you?
Oh, well, now I'm not.
Yeah, we need to be careful because we don't know how strong these guys are individually. We might need to pool our resources on each one to pick them off.
Mhm.
Yep. There's always that risk. It's a very good point. Okay. So Hrimfaxi is attacking one of these with his hooves.
Hooves.
He hits and he clobbers it with his feet, but then when the fire from his hooves catches on, the lizard folk literally just sort of immolates and then falls into the ocean
Nice.
Cool.
and
stuff.
disappears. And the old ladies go, "Oh, thank you, thank you! Oh no, don't set the boat on fire!"
They can swim.
God
both-
damn!
Wow!
What is going on with you people?
Well, I'm
God.
lawful evil, so
Yeah.
You're lawful evil.
yeah.
Wow.
Let's go, evil alignments.
What's
I'm
Not my
neutral.
fault.
going on with you people?
I'm
It's Real's fault.
neutral. I'm also neutral. It is
And
Rial's fault.
there's a small fire on the boat now, where Hermfaxi managed to step and kick the one fellow that fell overboard. Aegeus, yes. Sorry, somebody want to say something?
You go ahead.
Okay. Aegeus will say, "Oh boy, lots going on here, and I haven't slept in. Well, I sort of fell asleep, but I didn't really get a good night's sleep. I'm going to go fly over to the town center and see if I can help out there. Looks like this is a bigger issue than just the docks. You take care of the docks here." And he casts fly and will take off. He'll probably get over here. Somewhere around there. Salazar, in the guise of an octopus.
Yes. So he can't attack with the octopus features, right?
Generally speaking, familiars cannot attack unless I think it's Pact of the Chain Warlock.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure because the octopus does have features.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have him come.
I think you can use your action to cast. Sorry, just so you know, I think you can use your action as your caster
Mhm.
to cast Shocking Grasp through your familiar on their turn.
Yeah, it's gotta be a touch spell.
Yeah. But I think it basically uses up both your action as well as your familiar's action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's like you've got to ready the cast a spell action and then hold it for your familiar to go and do the thing. So.
Gross. Okay. I'm gonna have Salazar swim out into the water.
Mm-hmm.
He can swim 30 feet, so I'm gonna make him come over here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta click on my thing. Swim over here and then just starts flashing about, making noise.
Mm-hmm.
To try and deter the lizard folk from the little girl.
Okay, so sort of a distraction.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, sure. So go ahead and roll what? Performance?
Sure.
Intimidation?
Not sure they'll be intimidated by an octopus.
Hear me roar. And he does the octopus dance.
Oh, they're the same. Never mind. Okay. Oh, that's a 3.
Like one at you and just like kicks him.
Yeah. With his modifiers, it'd be a 0. So
yeah. So they're gonna
that's
go.
tough.
I'm gonna say they go at 10, just to keep it nice and neutral. Okay. All right. Anything else for Salazar?
Nope. That is his turn.
All right. Satina.
Yes. Now, what should I do?
Mm.
And they do seem to be like attacking the little girl, right? They're not just like standing there talking to her.
Yeah. So you're saying make a left turn on Main and then a right turn at the shoe store.
Yeah,
And then when you get to the town circle.
Don't worry about the pointy stick.
Yeah.
Just trying to get directions, man. Okay. Judging by that response, I'm going to...
What, you think sarcasm is the purview of young people only? Hey, we invented sarcasm.
We're damn sight better at it.
Believe it or not, we all used to be young, snotty kids too.
Really?
Yeah,
no
man.
idea.
The disbelief.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to cast Magic Missile on each of them. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
So
the
it'll be
purpose
1,
of
1, and 1.
For distracting them?
No, for the purpose of. Because, like, you said that they're trying to attack the little girl, right?
Well, there's, like,
I'm
so
confused.
one of them's trying to grab at her. The other one's just climbing up out of the ocean, right?
Mhm.
And the other one's sort of already on the docks. It doesn't look good.
Okay, then yeah.
But
With
if
the
you wanted
purpose
to,
of trying to kill them.
okay. So you do know if you cast 3 on one of them, you're more likely to kill one than if you.
I know.
But, okay. All right. You go for it.
Okie dokie. Uno, dos, trace. 5, 5,
That's
and
not the
3.
noise. That's not the noise.
Pew, pew, pew.
You got to do the noise. Absolutely. Yes. So 3 magical darts fly out and, of course, hit each of the lizard men. And they all sort of hiss in your general direction.
And with that, I'm going to move around Meridian and get further onto the boat. 'Cause I have not applied mage armor.
Chiron's like, what are you doing back there? And then Chiron goes, what's going on? Is this normal?
No. No, it is not.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just ride my horse over here. Clop, 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 clip, clop, clip, clop. I'll let you guys deal with this. This one is going to, and Clarissa's also down below because she can't be in the sun, really. This one is going to jump over the railing directly at Dallin and Cora. Let's have Henrietta and Joe roll to see who gets his loving attention. Oh, right. Okay. So, Henrietta, do you want to roll the attack on Cora?
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, you can roll twice, actually.
twice.
Oh, wow. Those are good rolls. What is Cora's armor class again?
19.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, you get hit with he tries to bite you, and then he comes around
Rude.
on you with a big, heavy. I know, right? He didn't even buy you a drink.
I know.
Then
Just
he tries to.
play.
Then he tries to whack you with a big, heavy club, and he manages to connect on that. You take 5 points of damage.
I need at least a meal if you're gonna, try and club me. Come on.
Fair enough. Henriette. Oh, sorry, Emma. Would you like to roll the attack on the poor little girl?
Oh no.
Yes, I would. 15.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, darn.
well.
That's
Not
tough.
such a great member of society, then.
And
Well, we can't save them
Yeah.
all.
and as he manages to chomp into her neck, he just keeps eating.
Okay.
You can actually hear the squelching of the flesh and the crunching of bones.
Ew.
This one will jump over her, although he will take a little snap of a bite, and then come over here. Meridian?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Emma, Cora, Emma, Joe, roll off again.
11.
All right. Okay. Looks like Cora gets the attention again. So, Emma, why don't you roll 2 attacks on Cora?
Sure, why not? That is a 6 and a 4.
Yeah, he bites into the armor and breaks a tooth, and then the club goes resounding off of the shield. So, on shore, you see more things happening. Also, this one will attack Hrimfaxi, since he's obviously a bit more dangerous. So, Joe, do you want to roll that attack on Hermfaxi? Two d20s. Okay, yeah.
What the odds?
Hermfaxi just sort of dodges out of the way. He's probably a little bit worried about the fire. You can see from where you are that there is a fellow who is dressed richly in a number of fine robes, a bit too heavy almost for this kind of weather. He seems to be surrounded by a bunch of men of swarthy complexion wearing light clothes and wielding sabers and scimitars and shields. And they seem to be fighting off a number of these other scaly humanoids. There's also screaming coming from further back here, but none of you can actually see it, of course. The four that are right here, they see what's going on the pier, turn around and start heading in your general direction. They're in fact going to dash, so I think they'll get to about here. Just about. Something like that. Okay. Dallin, your turn.
Okay. I am going to move between Cora and Meridian, and I'm going to cast a Thunder Wave.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Try and throw them off the boat again.
Boom.
Let's see, Thunder Wave. And 2. Oh my god, 3 damage.
Okay, but they do get blown off the deck.
Yeah, 10 feet.
Well done. Boom.
And everybody else can hear me because it's a 300 feet thunderous boom.
Yeah. Everybody's covering their ears, Cud especially. Cud just moos plaintively. Speaking of Cud, it's his turn. Who rolled for Cud? Was it?
It was me.
Yep. What do you think Cud should do?
I think Cud should attack.
Iron.
Attack Chiron.
Throw him in there.
I think he should get up on the pier.
Mm-hmm.
How far can he move? Like, can he get these guys in the back? Or no, he didn't get an opportunity. Never mind.
Those guys? You're saying these two guys?
Or he can get some of these guys.
He can definitely jump and get that just got thunder waved, or the one that's eating the girl.
The one that just got thunder waved.
Okay. Sorry, did you roll?
Oh, sorry, that's my bad.
Yeah, if you want to roll an attack.
10.
Yeah, sorry. Normally I would just have his character sheet up, but okay. Yeah, so he is going to hit, and this one is going to get crushed.
Nice.
Yeah, he literally cleaves it in half with his axe.
My dude.
Well done. So I guess we already had Hermfaxi, so I'm going to...
Yeah.
I'll just change this to 17 so we have it in the right place. Okay, good. Meridian?
Right. So I'm gonna back up a little bit this way, and then I'm going to fire a Chaos Bolt and make it a twinned spell, as you do. One at this guy, and we'll go for this guy as well. So the first... Hold on, let me post everything in the chat. Twin spell. Okay, and then So Chaos Bolt, first one will go for this guy that's already been damaged.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 14 to hit.
That is not going to. It bounces off a shield.
All right. And then the second will go after that one.
Mm-hmm.
13 to hit.
Yay! Pew pew! Bong bong.
I suppose I deserve that. And that's my turn.
Well, I wanted you to hit, but them's the stats.
All good.
All right. Cora.
Okay, I'm gonna go for this one. And I'm gonna Toll the Dead. Because I love my Toll the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be 10 necrotic.
Large sound of heavy bells rings through the air, and he grabs his ears as you see blood trickle out of them.
And then I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Level 2. At the same guy.
Awesome.
14 doesn't hit, does it?
No.
No. Okay. And that will be me.
Okay. Hrimfaxi.
Yes. He's gonna go for the other guy. 16.
Yeah, that'll hit. And 11. And then
7.
more fire damage. And there's another fire on deck now. And the ladies are like, stop setting our boat on fire! One of them is rushing to try to put the first one out whilst not being attacked by this dude.
Oh, he's still alive, right?
He's still alive,
Yeah.
yes. Aegeus continues flying, although he will... No, actually, he's going to just... he's going to dash. So he'll be somewhere over here, I think. Yep. Actually, he can go further. Now that I realize. Yep. Okay. And what does Salazar do?
So he is going to dash towards the boat that's on fire. So that'll put him right about here.
Okay. So he's swimming underneath your existing boat. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
So that'll put him over there. And that's his turn.
Awesome. I think I know what you're going to do. I'm looking forward to it. Satina.
Yeah. So I was thinking, right? I'm going to
always
cast...
dangerous with you.
Yeah,
That's
right.
novel for a youngster.
I'm going to cast Fireball.
Oh yeah.
So
oh my God. I'm so excited.
Oh, I can cast it at higher levels? Well, I can't right now, but I can. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. There's that. And I'm going to put it right... Let me get my bearing straight. That way I don't get anybody. Oh, we're solid. Okay. I'm going to put it right on top of this guy.
But isn't Cora within 20 feet?
She is... Frick. We're going to put it right here.
5 feet the other side.
Yeah. Right there.
Okay.
Is there a thingy? I haven't tried to use a thingy before.
A thingy?
No, I just pulled up the spell. My bad. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, like the.
Oh, that's something I do. I
Oh,
can't.
word.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
You can do it if you're the DM, but you can't do it if you're a player. Apparently, I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. So you rolled your damage, 28.
Mhm.
Go ahead and roll 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on.
It'd be 4. That guy's not close enough.
Well, this guy is close enough.
No, this guy.
Yeah, that's right. This one is
Okay.
already so injured that he's going to be dead regardless. So you can roll 3 saves.
Okie dokie, I can do that. 3d20. Choop. 2, 10, and 5.
Nice. So
And that was some big damage.
that was some big damage. And the whole pier is on fire.
Nice.
Property damage for everybody. Woohoo!
Yay!
The smell of brine and roasting reptilian meats fills the area as all four of them are charred to death.
Nice.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, Chiron. Chiron. What does Chiron do? Oh, this is so exciting. And you are boarded by several more as they climb up out of the ocean.
Eek!
Grody.
And a couple more also move here.
Jeez, how many are there?
Well, I mean, this is a good question, right? These two will stop the edge of the fireball that is now raging on the pier, and they will throw javelins. Who is... I think they're smart enough to recognize that a wizard throwing fireballs is probably the primary threat. So,
Frick.
well, you know.
No, it's fair. It's fair. I just have a low armor class right now.
Well, that's kind of how it works. So
Yeah.
they will roll at disadvantage because they are outside the range of a standard range of a javelin. But there will be 4 altogether. So technically that's 8 rolls. So let's have everybody roll 2, and then I'll roll 2. Everybody except Maddie, of course.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh no!
sorry.
It's okay. So many. It's okay. It's okay.
It's a lot of javelins.
It's a
That's
lot of
a lot.
javelins.
But
It's 4. Well, it's at disadvantage,
Yeah.
though, right? So it's
Yeah.
9 and 12, 9,
oh,
which your armor class is what now?
11.
Oh, so that's 1 hit.
Yeah.
Luckily, the
The
crit
crit.
doesn't hit.
yeah.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God. A heart attack.
The 7 also doesn't. The 7 does hit. And then there's 2 for me. So that's going to hit. So 3 of them are
Another
going to hit.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
That's fine. I'm okay.
You'll be okay. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
be okay.
So 15 points.
Okay, I can handle that.
Getting
Are
cocky.
you trying to convince us or you?
Me.
This one is going to attack Chiron. Maddie, why don't you roll the attack on Chiron? As Chiron screams, no!
It's a
5.
fiv.
Okay, and actually, one more attack, please.
You got it. That's an 11.
Ooh, and that one is going to hit, and it hits Chiron, and he blacks out.
Ah.
Ow! Oh!
Wow, he is useless.
Jeez. Is he dead or just... I guess we wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know, would you? He's definitely not on his horse anymore.
What's the horse doing?
The horse is just
I
like
was
leaning
wondering.
over Chiron, just like nudging him.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you. Was that a
Bless you.
sneeze?
Yeah, I'm
I thought you were imitating what the horse was doing.
No, that was a sneeze.
That's cute. Okay, so for having the cutest sneeze, Emma, you get to roll the 2 attacks on Cud.
Thanks.
That's your reward.
10 and 11.
Yeah, they're actually both going to hit. So Cud will take 10 points as well. He looks fine. He sort of... The lizard man bit him on the forearm and he kind of shook him off.
He's a beefy boy.
He's pretty beefy. There's a lot to eat. And this one is going to go after... I guess it'll go after Meridian.
That's fair.
Joe, do you want to roll the attack? 2.
Oof.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that'll be 8 points.
Okay.
As
Thank
the
you for
club
the
comes,
aid.
as the club comes around and bops you on the head. And Henrietta, you can roll the attack on Hrimfaxi. The 2 attacks, I should say.
Yeah. Both hit.
Looks like they're both going to hit. Yeah. And then lastly, I guess these 2 up on the pier over here.
Do you keep
They'll
track
also.
of Hrimfaxis? Are you gonna keep track of his hit points? Hrimfaxis?
I'll let you do it. I can't access any
How much damage?
character
was
sheets. It was 10 points.
10. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Hrimfaxi's fine.
Yeah. Nice one.
The boat might be sinking.
Yep.
These 2 will throw 2 javelins at Cora. Maddie and Henrietta, do you want to roll 2 attacks each?
Sure. 8 and 15.
7 and 17.
Cora's armor class is 19?
It is.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, it is.
You're right. So that'll be 10 points. Oh, sorry. I went the other way around. Sorry. They both miss. My mistake. Okay, so that'll be everybody for that turn that you are aware of. You can see that the fighting is going on here. They're trading up over here. They're trading blows. This guy, one of the human fighters goes down, but one of the lizard folk also go down. Dallin, your turn.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna, let's see, move over here and do another thunder wave.
Okay.
And try and
Yeah.
get those 2 off the boats.
Okay.
Let's see.
So those are the saving throws. 7.
Coming up.
Was that?
No, it's coming up.
Oh, that was
Those
the
were the
attack
attacks
earlier.
on
Yep.
Rimfaxi. So the saving throw is 18, so the one succeeds and the other one fails. So 7
Okay.
for one of them and 14 for the other one.
Yeah, this one is blown off the boat and lands with a splash in water. This one manages to maintain his footing, but is also injured. Good.
It's a lot of damage.
Anything else? Yeah, that's a good roll.
No, I think that's it for now.
HUD. Now this is raging as a fire, just FYI.
I
Can we
think
move the boat away from it slightly?
As part of Cud's backside starts to roast, the air around the harbor fills with the smell of hamburger.
A delicacy, exotic meats.
Does the fire seem like it's going to catch onto our boat?
It's definitely going to set fire to anything adjacent to it in another round or so.
Cool. Yeah, I think. I don't know a way to do this without it being an action.
I don't think there is a way of doing it without an action.
I don't think so. Is there a way for Cud to jump onto the boat, like in a way that it pushes the boat further away? As like an action?
Cud can certainly push the boat, for sure. Yeah, and then he still has movement, so he can then jump in afterward.
Oh, word. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So I want him to push the boat. Am I rolling for this, or does he do it?
I mean, go ahead and roll athletics. I mean, it's not impossible. It's not hard to do.
It's a 5.
Well, that'll be enough because he's got
Cool.
a big bonus, right? So the boat will push off. Actually, I'm trying to rotate the image because it should push off at an angle, I would have thought. Come to me. There we go. And the rest of you fall into the ocean. No.
I was going to say, okay. I'll take out
This
my
guy
wings
was
then.
in the water though.
Yeah, that guy is in the water.
Yeah.
That guy is in the water. He climbs back up on board. And then Cud jumps in afterward?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the attack of opportunity. Just one attack from the lizard
5.
man. And the guy misses. Cud is going to jump in. Let's have somebody else. Let's have Emma roll the acrobatics check for Cud. Don't worry, I've got the stat.
6.
And Cud falls in the ocean.
Oh gosh.
Ugh.
Oh, move!
Can he swim?
You'll find
you
out
can
in a
hold
second.
You'll
I'm
find out.
becoming tea. It's true.
I'm melting. I'm melting.
What is that symbol? I like it.
I
It's
don't
cool.
know. Yeah, I
Cool
just
symbol.
thought it. Okay. Cud is obviously upset. All right. Meridian. But good turn for Cud. Managed to save the boat.
I'm gonna back up here. And then same thing again. Chaos Bolt. First one towards the guy in the water. Second
Okay.
one towards the one beside
All right.
Dallin. So, twinned spell. Chaos Bolt. Where's my Chaos Bolt? There it is. Okay, so first one against the guy in the water. 19.
Oh, yeah. Nice. For sure.
And I will choose that to be force damage.
Uh-huh. And he is literally blasted into the ocean. And he disappears under the water.
And then against this guy is gonna be a 13. Blech.
Okay. Goes sailing past him. Or
I am.
Oh, and sorry, as a
Yeah.
bonus action, I would
Oh,
like
sorry.
to.
Mhm.
No worries. Bonus action, I'm gonna destroy one of my second level spell slots to create 2 more sorcery points.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, that's it.
Very effective at that. Cora, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go for this one up here. And I'm gonna toll the dead on him.
Okay. Yeah, he seems to cower briefly in pain.
Okay, and then I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon next to him
Okay.
and go for him with that. There you are. 18 to hit.
Ooh, wow, yeah. Boom. He's getting his bell rung twice, basically.
And that is me.
Okay. And Henrietta,
Yes.
what does Herm Faxi want to finish this guy off?
Yeah.
Set the rest of the boat on fire?
Yeah. 12. He misses.
Okay. He misses, but he still manages to set the boat on fire.
Yep. He's good at that.
Yeah. Well, it's a wooden boat, and he's got fiery feet. So wherever he stands, wherever he tries to kick, it's going to set the boat on fire.
Yeah.
And the little old ladies are just like, stop it!
They are.
Aegeus has literally just gone off into the distance. You don't even know where he is. All right. I want to see what Salazar is going to do.
So I want Salazar to finish his movement, take his movement, which is 30 feet as an octopus underwater. And I want him to start splashing the fire. Because I can't make him attack, so I can't grapple the guy underwater.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna do what I can and start flashing up at the fire of the boat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What did you think I was going to do? Is it a better idea?
Because I'll do that if you tell me what it is.
I don't know.
Well, I thought an inkjet somewhere.
I thought I couldn't do that.
Well, I mean, you can't attack him, but you could certainly shoot ink onto the fire. Hello?
Is ink flammable?
No, it's just seawater with some coloration in it.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I thought it was flammable, and I also thought I couldn't do it. So
Oh no, I mean it's always fine to ask. I mean, you can't actually, the rules are familiars are not supposed to attack because that would be just incredibly good action economy for a first level spell that doesn't even require concentration, right?
right, no,
Like,
definitely.
you've got a ranger of the class that literally gives up so many other things just so they have an animal companion that can fight with them. So it's a little bit unfair.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But yeah, you could certainly say, look, I'm just for color, right? You just, no pun intended, you're going to shoot ink at the thing. So yeah, you put out a fire.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? Let's have. No, I'll let you just put out the fire. So the fire goes out. And then the deck is stained black. Oh no! I just painted that.
Would you rather die?
They are so ungrateful.
Is
That's
the
what Satina
octopus?
is gonna.
Is the octopus saying this? Because that'll freak them out for sure.
Sign
No,
language.
the octopus will just give him a side eye.
It sticks up one tentacle to make it look like, and two other tentacles next to it on either side, so it looks like you know what.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so rude.
Stop being ungrateful. Jeez.
All right, now Satina's turn. What's Satina
Yes,
going to do?
it is my turn. Let's see.
Target-rich environment, as they say.
It is. It is. Do I want to do that? Is it gonna cause more problems? Cool. I'm gonna
I'm
just-
loving the music and the songs that accompany your decision making.
It helps me focus.
Multi-class into bard.
Oh, it's not a bad idea. Cool. So I would like to acid splash the guy on the boat because Rimfaxi is unfortunately not doing a very great job of keeping the people safe.
What?
Wow. Throwing
joke.
shade along with the acid. Holy smokes.
Did I hit? I don't think I hit it. I didn't hit it.
Making friends and influencing people everywhere.
That's a 14 DC, so let me just roll that. That's a 16. It does not do anything. That is karma.
That's
Yeah.
Instant karma.
Yeah, both Rimfaxi and Dallin throw you a side eye.
That's fair.
Okay, fair enough. Yes. Okay, cool. And there is now acid on the boat as well.
Chemical reaction.
So that's always nice.
See, that's why I was like, is this going to cause a problem?
Yes, it is always the answer.
Nice.
I'll use this. It's actually a grease spell, but I'll use this for the. Great. So now there's acid. Oh no! Insurance is never going to cover that. All right,
Better
Chiron.
Oh, sorry. I want to take my movement. Not very far. Just over here.
Sure. Okay. I mean, Chiron is out. I don't know. Do you guys think he should have a death save? Who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, he got
Okay,
to
fine.
see the mainland. He just didn't get to go on it.
Yeah, we accomplished the goal.
But didn't he have a long rest before we went on this voyage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
yeah.
only got like 5 health points.
Okay, so he's a civilian. So he's not an adventurer.
not everybody's going to be a hero. I mean, if there were that many heroes, then you guys aren't special, right? But I'm glad to see everybody's living up to their neutral evil, lawful evil alignments. That's always refreshing. Okay, so we've got 1 wounded, 2 wounded, 3 wounded, and then a number of not wounded. But also we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead. And then we've got a bunch on shore that are also 5 dead, and then we've got a couple on shore. So let's have an average roll. All 4 of you each roll a d20, please. I'm going to take the average. 7, 11. Okay, so that is going to be under 10 on average. So they are going to break morale and run for it. They dive into the ocean because they've lost about half their number. So that's more than enough, considering that the rest of you guys haven't taken too much damage, apparently. And they basically duck under the water. Obviously, they're still going to have to swim past you at some point, maybe. So it is possible that you catch them or attack them, although shooting underwater is a little different.
Can I try to hit the last one that you moved? Because
yes, I was going to say anybody who was actually next to one can hit one. So I think there was one that jumped off the boat, and then there was one that jumped off near Hrimfaxi, and one of these guys will be attacked on the way out and killed. The other 3 will make it.
I don't know. Oh, well, it's a 13, so it misses. Hrimfaxi is gonna hit 18.
Oh yeah, so that one is that one gets destroyed as Hrimfaxi is gets him right in the back. What'd you say?
Making a new fire.
Right, and the ocean is on fire.
Woo!
I like to think Hrimfaxi tries to like stomp out the fires on the boat and just makes it worse.
Yes. Just like making it worse everywhere. Yeah, no, stop it. Cool. All right. So if you guys want to try to pursue them, you can certainly try. You'd have to go underwater, but of course thanks to your druid, you all have water breathing. Otherwise, they will escape in 1 turn because they are not swimming directly towards you guys. They're just trying to get away. So they're going kind of perpendicular away from you.
If they're not going to attack us, I feel like we should let them go.
Well, let's just finish the round then. So, Dallin, your turn. Do you want to do anything?
No, it seems like there's a lot more fighting to do, so I don't think I'm gonna waste my spell.
All right. Cut is going to fish himself out of the water and climb back on the boat. He's all dripping wet and he smells terrible. Meridian, anything for Meridian?
Nope, but she'll get towards the front end of the boat, ready to jump off.
Okay.
Off the boat.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Cora?
I'm gonna go. Well, I was gonna say I was gonna go up to Meridian, but she's right next to me, so I'm gonna use Healing Hands on her.
Okay.
Which gives her 8 hit points back.
Ooh,
right.
that feels nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Faxi.
I think he's just gonna.
Put the old lady's on his back and bring him over to our ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, they eagerly grab onto Hrimfaxi because the boat is actually sinking.
And he's just gonna fly them over to the boat.
And the boat goes in the water.
So he should be able to, yeah. It should be a problem to get him over.
Okay. And Aegeus is gone. All right. So eventually the fire on the is out. It does get a bit bigger, but now that you're not under attack, anybody who's still left alive can lend a hand to just put, sort of bucketing some seawater onto it and putting it out. That part of the pier is, however, destroyed, so we'll leave that there as a reminder. even though Aegeus isn't with you, it's not that hard at this stage. Just sort of guide the boat into the towards the pier and to the opposite pier, and you guys can disembark. You manage to have a chat with the local who survived, as well as the one of his bodyguards. The old ladies who were screaming, they're just sort of sobbing on deck on the docks, complaining that their livelihoods have been destroyed. They're grateful that you saved them, right? They're not completely ungrateful, but at the same time, that's how they made their livelihood, right? They don't know how they're going to eat for the next, how they're going to take care of themselves.
I'm gonna give them 10 gold as compensation.
Oh, that's very kind. And what about my sister? And she looks at the other one.
Fine. Give them each.
The other one holds her head out as well.
Give them each 10 gold.
And they take the 10 gold and they bow and they say thank you, and then they run off down the pier.
You should run.
Ungrateful little beep.
Yep.
Like my mother says, sometimes you can't be too nice to people. So you guys are on the docks having a little powwow with your new contact, as it were, minus one more party member. They just seem to die all around you. Clarissa, of course, is still, I don't want to say alive exactly, but technically she's not destroyed. And
She get her an umbrella.
Parasol, sunshade. Yeah. That's not really going to do it, but yeah, I like where you're going with that. Thank you, my friends, for saving us, but I must admit, it's a bit unusual that this would have happened.
Why is it unusual?
Well, Dragon Turtle would stop this kind of thing.
Ooh.
But let
And
me
he
give
didn't
you
show?
Let me give you the key to the city. This is not the city of Port Nyanzaru. This is just the suburb. But here, I will present this to you. And he takes off his chain of office, and there's a small golden key on it, and he presents it to probably Satina for the big fireball. And then he says, of course, the damages will have to be compensated for. And he sticks his hand out.
How much we talking?
Oh, I don't know. 50 gold pieces?
Okay.
I mean, 100 gold pieces?
Nope, we settle for 50.
50. I'll put
And I
in
hand
65
him
gold
over.
pieces.
I hand him over 50 gold pieces.
Oh, well, I suppose that will have to do. I don't understand. We paid so much money to this dragon turtle. Why is it not protecting us?
I mean, things get old and die, man. Maybe it's dead.
Yeah, it could be.
Bigger
Maybe it
fish.
was sleeping. Whenever.
Roll
Reset?
deception with disadvantage. That's so weak. It's like everything. Like all of your excuses are old people die. I mean, come on.
I mean, the second one was good. 7.
Yes, dragon turtle die. Yes. Somehow I have the feeling that you know more than you are telling me.
How
And he
would we
looks
know
at
more?
you deeply, like into your soul.
Man, I lost my memory. I don't know what you want me to say. See, now that's true. It's just not the whole truth.
And what about you, O bearded one of the fiery hands?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
What about me?
Do you not know something about this dragon turtle being missing? After we
Oh.
paid so much in insurance?
So I know we came across a dragon turtle, but he left us alone and we came here. So I'm not sure what happened after that.
He mentioned something about wanting to go home.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened.
Wanting to go home. He has no home. This is his home. We have been friends for hundreds of years. This is a long-term business relationship. We pay every year, and every year he protects us. It is understood.
I mean, everybody gets homesick. So maybe he does have a home, but because he hasn't been there in hundreds of years, I mean, imagine the kind of homesickness you'd have.
He might have a lover back there.
Maybe.
And he tries to put his hand over his mouth and shh. Please. We have families here. We do not discuss these things in open public.
Well, back to the matter at hand. They're gone, so.
Well, all the damage aside, thank you very much for saving us. You have my most sincere appreciation. And he puts his hand over his chest and he bows deeply.
What did you say your name was?
I am Nolar, and I am the local magistrate of this suburb of Port Nyanzaru.
Okay.
Greetings.
You are certainly welcome, but I do not have the ability to grant you access to Port Nyanzaru itself. You must petition and apply like anyone else.
So
Of
this
course,
key
I
won't
could-
get me in?
Well, no, the key is symbolic. You understand, this is a symbolic key. There is no real lock.
Oh.
That's not usually how these things work.
Seemed a little redundant, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not really from here, so this so the key doesn't unlock anything. It's just a key.
For a professor of art history from one of the most urbane cities in Faerun, like the
Yeah,
idea
I mean,
that
like-
a key.
No, like I understand that keys go to locks and that there should be a lock to go to this key. But like you give me a key and say, "You're very welcome. Thank you for your help." And then we have to petition to get into the city.
Oh, well, the city has its own government. I am only the magistrate of this suburb. I can give you a letter of recommendation, but the idea
yes.
that anybody can just walk into Port Nyanzaru, especially with all the problems we have had in the past with Omnian spies who wish to help their overlords retake the property, is, well, I'm sure you understand security concerns are always at the forefront.
Of course, no, absolutely. I definitely understand that. Could we get that letter of recommendation, please?
Yeah, I suppose that we'll have to do.
Of course. And then he reaches into a small satchel and he pulls out a piece of parchment. On one side, there are a bunch of numbers and some writing. He looks at it. Oh, it's fine. I don't need it. And he turns it over and he gestures to one of his compatriots, who he then gives a little sort of finger gesture to circle and turn around. Guy turns around. He uses his back and he writes, "This is a letter of recommendation from Magistrate Nolar. These good people, let them in." And then he dots it and he X's it and he hands it to you. There.
Perfect. Thank you.
And as he hands it to you, you realize on the other side of this piece of parchment says things like bread, milk, carrots, and there's some lines through some of them, and some of them
Grocery
don't have lines.
list. Did you get the eggs that you were looking for, or do you still need this?
Oh, do you have eggs? Yes, that would be very helpful. It would.
Oh no, I
definitely
don't have
help.
eggs. I was just making sure you didn't need the piece of paper.
Oh, that was a tease. I see. Yes, very funny. Ha ha ha. Yes, you have a good sense of humor. Yes,
Thank you.
yes, I see that. Yes. And he says, "Give me back that key." And he tries to snatch it back from you.
She
only-
lets him take it because it's of no use to her.
No, I jest. You can have the key. It's all right.
Oh, well,
I have
thank
many
you.
I have many of these. We give them
I
out
see.
at ceremonial functions all the time.
Oh, I see.
It was a tease. You have a very good sense of humor.
Thank you. Yes. All of my sycophant friends tell me the same. Usually because I pay them. So in this case, you paid me. Ha ha ha. Good joke. Yes, very good. Well, thank you. I will have to go get something to do with respect to these dead bodies, but feel free to browse some of the shops along the high street. If they haven't been destroyed, you are certainly welcome to mention my name. I don't know if they'll give you a discount. Sometimes I think they overcharge. But, we do have quite a lot of items. Many of them come from the mainland. Perhaps you'll find something you like. There's a very nice restaurant that just opened recently. And
Yeah,
a shoe shop.
What's it called?
You know what it's called, Joe. It is. It's a funny name. I don't remember. It's.
Listeners, by any chance?
Oh yes, you've heard of it. Yes, the reviews are amazing. Apparently, he uses only exotic ingredients. I think you would very like it. His food is very, very good. I think he does something very unusual with them. I would not be surprised if there is magic involved.
You could be right.
Oh, I'm always right. All my sycophant fans tell me the same. Anyway, welcome to Port Nyanzaru and its suburbs. I wish you a very happy shopping experience, and if you have much more gold than this, please spend it all here.
We've got a couple things to sell.
You have things to sell. Oh, like what?
We'll have to wait for our boss to come back. I think he flew off in the distance.
Flew? Really? You don't say.
Yeah, wizard. Little scruffy looking guy. Didn't you see him like 5 seconds ago?
No, I was a bit busy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, as I say, you are very welcome, and thank you again. Perhaps I shall see you sometime.
Perhaps.
Right. Bye-bye. Anyways, eggs. I need to get eggs.
Excellent. What an excellent adventure.
All right. So, well, sorry for the technical problems, but I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Funny thing about
Next
Dragon
time we get to
Turtles,
go
isn't
shopping.
it? Yeah. Hopefully, all the Roll20 problems will be resolved, so I won't have to recreate all these character sheets. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, okay, so I'll see you guys next week, and have a lovely weekend, everyone.
You too.
You too.
Goodbye.
Thanks.
Bye, all.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.